Hello, everybody. Hello. See, Tawanta's you over there munching, y'all. Hello, guys. Thank you guys for joining us for another Sister to Sister Connection talk show. I'm back. I know I've been away for a couple of weeks. There has been so much going on. I'm actually in the middle of a tour right now, or actually a 4-city tour. So, I was definitely so wrapped up in that. Y'all know how it is. So we're back at it again, guys. My name is Leticia Campbell. I got my sister friend Twonta Davis Jones right next to me, and we have another awesome conversation to talk to you guys about on today. For those of you who are new to our show, we've been doing this show for a very long time. I think ever since 2018, if I can remember far back. And one of the three things that we focus on for our show is we focus on sisterhood, stability, and spirituality. And you're going to get an overflow of all three of those things throughout our show, because again, that's what we are, passionate about and what we believe in. Okay. So we have a really, really good topic for you guys today. So without further ado, I'm gonna have my girl Twonta go ahead and kick it off. Go ahead, sis.
Y'all, that Chick-fil-A be slamming sometimes.
Yes, we love us some
Okay,
Chick-fil-A. Yes, it stayed packed at Chick-fil-A here in New
for
York, for
real.
sure.
Woo, girl.
Yes,
I
yes.
had to get a little munchy on it. Okay, so I'm trying not to grab another fry because it's right here. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, girl,
Mm-hmm.
welcome back, Tisha. It's good to see your pretty face. It's good to see you doing
Glad
your
to be
thing.
back. I missed y'all. I did. I missed y'all.
Girl, we had a
Yes.
good time last week and the week before.
Yeah,
We
I've
was
been
talking about back to
watching.
school. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I've been watching, guys.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things awesome about, and I do other shows as well, but it's awesome about having a co-host, because when one can't make it, the other one can continue on with the movement.
Mm-hmm.
Therese, let me know if we do 10 or 12 episodes per season. Let me know. I forgot we do 10 or 12. She's gonna confirm. But we do these in seasons. So
Yeah.
we run for the number of weeks, and then we pause for 2 weeks, and then we go back at it again. So we always want to keep this show going no matter what, because we know you guys need it. We know that
Mhm.
you guys love it, especially for those of you who are going to be tuning in the future as well. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, we had a great show last week, and just continuing back to school and prepping the parents, and about just be aware of some certain things and what to look forward to, and
Hmm.
excuse me, especially when it comes to their kids when they get caught up with these apps and all these other things. It's just so
Oh
much
wow.
going on, so much that's going on. And so yeah, it was a great series. Well, I won't say series, but a great show. But
Hmm.
tonight we are going to be talking about stepping into your season with calmness and gratitude.
Hmm.
And what that means is, okay, we are now in this new season. Well, technically, it's a new season, but might as well say it is fall, because when August gets here, y'all, you know what it is. It's back to school season. So, the stores already ahead up. They already got their fall Christmas stuff out already anyway. But you can sense it in the atmosphere. Things are starting to shift, things are starting to change, and we are that latter season of our summer vacation for a lot of people and stuff like that. And during that that was the opportunity for everybody to diffuse, or basically to try to decompress what they have experienced the beginning of this year up until that point. You had to make some major decisions. There's some unexpected things that of our lives that just took us for a loop de loop, and it you had to really reevaluate. You had to make some hardcore decisions that was going to hurt, but you knew it was necessary, because you know that this coming season of your life, you needed a fresh start, right? So we are now entering into this season where we want to be able to continue on that latter part of this year with calmness and with gratitude, while we are venturing, or we are moving forward to the next step, to the next opportunity that is for us. So we're going to get started with the first point, y'all. The first point that I wanted to bring to your attention is step into the season of new ventures. Step into the season of new ventures. This is the time where I believe that a lot of us, including myself, have entered into some new opportunities, right? And I am excited about it. I'm not going to share it yet because I want to get it all complete. And then when it is done, girl, woo!
I can't wait. She hasn't even told me about it yet, so I know it's going to be good. And I think that's amazing because, listen, y'all, you can't share everything. You know what I mean?
No,
Not even there's
no.
sometimes when you're in it's almost like being in the first trimester of pregnancy.
Mhm.
Culturally, a lot of people, historically, a lot of women don't share that part because anything can happen, right? And
That's true. Yeah.
so when you are entering a new venture, right, is sometimes it's
Mhm.
good to just keep it to yourself, pray to God about
Yeah.
it, keep
Mhm.
it in that aspect because you got to protect it. So I'm glad you're doing that. Trust me. And the people around you have to understand that. They just have to. They just
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Exactly. And that I believe a lot of us sisters are, in the process of starting something new because we
Right.
had that summer break and that time to really reflect, to
Mhm.
reevaluate and to make some serious, decisions about what to do next,
Right.
So some people made that leap of faith and said, what the heck, I'm going to do this.
Right.
Because this is going to open up so many other opportunities that I am not aware of, and I really don't want to miss this moment. I don't want to miss this chance, and especially if
Right.
you enter into something that you never done before. That's the
Right.
thing.
Right. Right.
There are some things that a lot of us sisters have been thinking about, and we're like, oh my God, I don't know. And we have scaled back due to uncertainties, all those things. But now it has been like burning in your spirit for a minute. And some of us are actually doing that. Okay. Just a
Mhm.
disclaimer, my Wi-Fi is acting up. So if I do freeze up, Leticia will go ahead and take over for me until I get this stuff situated.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. You're
Letting you
good
guys
now.
know. But for season of new venture will we step into with calmness, because now you already have started your new venture, your new opportunity. That could be a new job, that could be a new business, that could be starting a new program or whatever it is that you got going on in your life, right? And you just want to take that moment of gratitude. Just, I'm so thankful, and I know he's going to help me through every step of the way with this because I've
Yep.
never done it before and I'm
Amen.
scared about it. And it's okay to acknowledge I'm scared, but I'm excited at the same time because I know that this is positive. I know that it's going to really be a blessing to so many other people out there, or so many other women out there, and I know that this is going to open another door,
Yep.
and so we are all gifted, talented women. We have been saying that so many times on our shows, right? And we really don't know what else is embedded in us until we take that step, until we take that leap of faith and just go with it. And this is the opportunity for us to make that happen, right? So yes, seasons of new ventures. Let us know, what is it that you ladies, if you want to share, you don't have to, I totally get it. But if those of you who are starting something brand new, or you started it a while ago and now you are really into it, tell us what it is. Maybe you start a new business, you started your own new business. Maybe you decided to create a program for, community or whatever. Let us know in the comment section so we could go ahead and just applaud you for it. Go ahead, Tisha.
Absolutely. I know for me, I mean, this is a great conversation because, just recently, as an entrepreneur, right?
Mhm.
We love the multiple streams of income. We love having multiple types of businesses, because it's
Right.
not that we want to do it all, but there's so many different aspects to us as women. Some of us, like for example, you may love jewelry, right? And makeup, right? And being healthy. So you may have three different businesses, one selling jewelry, another business where you are selling makeup, another business, what I'm saying, where you are focusing on health and wellness. And those are three different businesses that you have, but they all identify to who you are personally, your personality, your passion, your mission, and things like that. So
Right.
um, with that being said, there's a time and place where you have all these different business ventures, and you may decide to say, you know what, I have 7 different businesses that are amazing, I love, but you may come up with a decision to say, I need to let one of these businesses go. And that's what it was for me. Just recently, I made a decision for one of the businesses that I have, well, one of the business names that I have. I got an email. Whenever you're starting a business, you definitely want to get an LLC. You know what I mean? We're not going to get into that, how to do that and stuff. I'm just explaining what
Yeah.
I'm going through. So you want to, I got my LLC. You definitely want to get an LLC, and at some point you got to renew it. So you have an LLC, and yes, you own the name, it's yours, but at some point you got to like recertify it, whether it be after 2 years, after 5 years, whatever. So just recently, early July, I started to get those emails from one of my LLCs that I own, and I sat back and I was like, man, I had this LLC now for 8 years, ever since I
Mhm.
one of my LLCs I had for 8 years. And
Mhm.
and I was looking at it, and it was so interesting. I was remember sitting in the car, and I was like, why do I want to renew it? You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
why because when I made that particular business, it was for a particular purpose that didn't really have anything to do with me or my overall mission. So
Okay.
when it comes to the season of new business ventures, God will align you with to say, hey, it's good for you to let this go because I have something bigger planned for you. You know what I'm saying? Now,
Mhm.
I still will
Mhm.
always have multiple businesses, but a lot of times sitting down and saying, you know what, sometimes closing a venture, a business venture or a new venture is going to bring you into a newer, venture. So
Right.
for me, I made the decision after praying, after speaking to some of my business partners and saying, hey,
Mhm.
yeah, Therese did it too. I had to say, you know what? First I already knew the answer, which was yes, do not renew it. Just, let
Mhm.
it go. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because even the name did not identify with who I
Mm.
was. You know what I'm
Correct.
saying?
Gotcha.
So I decided, after speaking to a few people, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just let it go. And I felt so good. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because it wasn't like, oh, a lot of people think, oh, this business is closing. No. A lot of times people, it's called new management or renew, where you're just like, you
Mhm.
know what? Now I'm launching this other brand that I took over now.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
and August 16th was the grand opening of that. So it
Right.
became something bigger than anything that I can, ever imagine. So we are everyone
Mhm.
on here. I know those of you who are watching live and on the replay, I know for a fact that you are probably in a new season for a new venture, and you're asking yourself whether you should move forward, whether you should close the doors on the other things so you can do this thing. And the answer
Right.
is yes.
Mhm. Mhm.
Don't hold back, because if I had to just say, you know what, I'm going to renew that LLC and keep going with that and the
Mhm.
new ventures that I have going on, I knew it would have felt like a hindrance. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we
Right.
gotta understand. It was so interesting because God will always show you signs. And this gospel song came on, "Let It Go." I can't remember the singer. It's on my
Mhm.
playlist. And you gotta
Mhm.
just let it go. Just let it go, because God has something new for you. He has
Yeah.
something new for you, and you gotta just keep moving forward, no matter who's coming against.
Right.
What really was the answer for me, that this new business venture that I'm in
Mhm.
is a great thing. It's going to be amazing. Was the amount of warfare that was coming against it, try to break it apart, try to sever it, try to
Mhm.
diminish it, try to discredit it. You know what I mean? And in my
Mhm.
mind, I say, God, this is the right thing. Because a lot of us
Mhm.
think that, oh, I'm going through all this hardship, this turmoil. People are talking about me. People are lying about me. People, and they're like, oh, maybe that's a sign. No, when the enemy comes against something, you got to ask yourself, wow, why is he coming against it? Because he knows
Mhm.
it's going to help people. He knows it's going to be bigger than I can ever imagine. He
Right.
knows this is going to be the way out of you being poverty stricken, if you not be
Mhm.
able to financially support yourself or whatever. You know,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
the devil knows our destination. He knows. So
Mhm.
not everything that happens bad is a sign that you should stop. It's a sign that
Right.
needs to fuel you and keep going and go. And the last thing I want to
Mhm.
say, that it goes back to going back to childbirth. When I have 5 children, as you know, and when I was pregnant with Warren, who's my third child, I'm pushing and
Mhm.
pushing and pushing as hard as I can, child, and he would not come out. He would not come out. He would not come out. And I never forget. And I was in so much pain. Okay. And
Wow.
I never forget the nurse said, Miss Campbell, if you don't push harder, we got to give you a C-section because his heart rate's going down. And I looked to the sky and said, God, please help me. And he gave me that extra push and he popped right out. So I'm going to tell
Yeah.
you guys this. You could be going through so much pain, so much agony, so much heartache, so much depression, so much whatever. And a lot of times, if you just give it that final push,
Mhm.
you're gonna end up getting the blessing that you've been asking for, that you've been wanting for, to the point that when that baby comes out, you're not even gonna remember the pain that you went
Yeah.
to deliver that baby, to deliver that dream and those
Yeah.
accomplishments. So yes, season of new ventures. New.
Yeah.
Somebody type in new in the chat. New is
New,
great.
new, new.
It's
That's it.
great. Yes.
Everything is new.
It's
Yeah, it
great.
is.
Yeah.
Everything is new. That is awesome. Let's move to our second point.
Yes.
Let's move to our second point. So the second thing that I want to share with you is to move in or season of good company. Step
Yes.
into that season of good company or companionship.
Right.
Now, of course, we had people in our lives since the beginning of the year up until this point. We probably still have people in our lives, whether they're personal, family, friends, or foe, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
But of course, throughout that journey, that relationship kind of wilted away or you kind of faded away,
Mm-hmm.
and it just didn't really serve no value to you or no purpose to you. And then there's other relationships where that person is still in your life, but things shifted, and you care for them, you always love them or whatever, but life, it derails you differently. That person is doing other things that you don't really have that interest for, or and it kind of just it doesn't work for your morals or your personality or whatever, but you still care for that person or what have you. And sometimes you have to make some hard decisions, as I mentioned, of trying to separate yourself from those individuals because they're not really producing good fruit for you. Now maybe for themselves, but not for you, and that is okay. But now we are stepping into a new season where
Mm-hmm.
you should be thanking God in advance for the company of people that's going to be a blessing and be
Mm-hmm.
very resourceful
Mm-hmm.
for you, whether it's in
Mm-hmm.
your business venture, whether it's in your personal life. But the good news is that God is blessing you with good company. But the main person whom you do need to build a great companionship with, and that is God Himself. He
Mm-hmm.
is the one whom you need to build that relationship so it can start getting stronger each day. And of course, you get to learn about him more, by spending time in his word, by, going to Bible study, and just having that connection with him through the course of your day, and also building a relationship with other Christian family, friends, or whoever, that's how it works, but that's the main person whom you need to build a relationship with, and that is with God, of course. And then as time passes on, as you are venturing into your new opportunity or career, whatever it may be, God will go ahead and connect you with some people that could be a great resource to your business or businesses, to your relationship, to your ministry, to the next big thing that you are working on. Some of you probably are considering going back to school. I have a dear best friend of mine that in her mid 40s, she is back to school. She's working on her bachelor's degree, to complete that program. And I'm so super duper proud of her because she experienced and dealt with so much through the course of her years. And she did go to college, but she never completed the program due to for a variety of reasons. And here it is 30 some plus years, 20 over like at least 30 some years later, now she had made the move to start back to school. So there's some of us sweet sisters out there that may be considering that or have started, and I congratulate every single queen out there who made that big move, because that's a big move. That's not easy, and she's not married, she doesn't have any kids, she's a caregiver for her mom, and all of that, and that's a lot of work in itself, but she really wanted to do this for herself, and I'm so proud of her. So there's a lot of us sisters out there that are, making some really, decision, some really big decisions, and they are good decisions. But now you need the company. That company makes a big difference, because you could have somebody that could support you, that can help you, that can upgrade you to the next step to your career or to your business or in life in general, right? So thank God for that, because here it is, 6 months prior. Where were you then? The company that you had, they were people that that you cared for, you loved. They were people that you depended on, relied on, in the professional setting as well, in the personal setting. But as time passed on, life happens for everybody, and it shifts, and it can also shifts the person's attitude and emotions and stuff. And and sometimes people don't come back to where they were, and that happens. But you have to start looking out for you, in terms of,
Right.
well, I work really hard for this space, and I don't want this space to be contaminated. I'm the
Right.
one that have to work on myself, not try to
Right.
contaminate my own space, let alone have somebody else that I've known for a minute to start corrupting what I trying to protect. So
Right.
to save argument, let me just start easing myself out.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just go ahead and just say, well, you know what? It was perfect. It was great while we had it. It was wonderful working together. But I just think we just need to take separation for a minute, or just move on, and
Mm-hmm.
God the ways, and
Mm-hmm.
whatnot. It's good to have good company. It really is. It's what for you. You may not have that group of sisters right now, or a group of people right now, but it is coming. But in the meantime, just be grateful that guys already. And here's another thing too. Sometimes you
Right. I,
okay,
right.
yeah, I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
God wants
I.
he wants to sometimes God will protect you from the company that you wanted to keep,
Mm-hmm.
because sometimes we don't understand why that relationship did not work in the first place,
Mm-hmm.
or why
Mm-hmm.
it was short lived.
Mm-hmm.
Because see, God already knows the temperament of that person. He knows
Mm-hmm.
that person's heart. Not saying that they're
Absolutely.
going to do some evil things or anything like that, but what they have going down in their life, he doesn't want you to get involved in that, because it can
Right.
derail you. It can
Mm-hmm.
it can stop the
Mm-hmm.
flow of you building a connection with God. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So don't get discouraged, or don't be upset at the fact that the company that you wanted is not accessible for you. It may
Mm-hmm.
not be at this season, but you never know how God can turn things around for your good in the next season coming. But
That's
in the
right.
meantime, just be grateful for where you are right now. And
Amen. Yeah. Yeah. So Tawanta's Wi-Fi is breaking up a little bit. Yeah. So here she comes. Here she's back.
yeah,
She's
go
back.
ahead.
There you
I'm
go.
done.
Yeah.
I'm
So
done.
what I want to add to that is this, you know, and this is something I've been meditating on for quite some time, particularly for the past, I would say, 11 months.
Hmm.
Um, Thinking of my 11th month process, the past 11 months for my
Yeah.
life, I
Hmm.
always sit back and think, Tawanta, that everything that has happened from last year, September, to
Yes.
this year, now
Yes.
being August, was supposed to happen.
Hmm. Hmm.
And the good, the bad, the ugly, ugly, ugly. All that was supposed to happen.
Hmm.
Because had it didn't, I would not be as joyful and as happy as I am right now. I
Yes.
feel that being in good company is very important. It doesn't have to be perfect company because no one's perfect. But
Right.
having good company is absolutely awesome. And I
Hmm.
know for those of you who are watching, I want y'all to look at the three most closest people to you, 3 to 5 most closest people to you, and ask yourself this question: Are they bringing you value? Also, question 2 is: Are you bringing the people around you value? Because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes we just can't leave it up to our immediate circle to uplift us and
Yeah.
motivate us. Ask yourself this question: are you shifting the mindsets in the room? Are you a positive influence on the people around you? Or every time you have a conversation, it's always gossiping, it's always negative, it's always doom and gloom. So we got to
Mm-hmm.
also check ourselves, because we're just our the people around us are just mirrors of who we are on the inside,
Yeah.
right? So even though these past 11 months has been very emotional for me, it has
Mm-hmm.
been very much awakened for me, to where
Right.
I'm at a level where I'm so joyful and excited. And yes, I have my good days and my bad days, but I'm so blessed to be in good company with people like yourself, people, some of the ladies within my church, to where I have a sounding board, to
Mm-hmm.
express myself. At the end of the day, guys, people who don't like you or don't care for you or has ill will against you, and I have people in my life that's like that.
Yeah.
um I feel sorry for them. I do.
Mm-hmm.
I have a level of compassion for some people, to know that as human beings, we have a level of grace that we
Mm-hmm.
give people. And
Mm-hmm.
and the grace can be for 10 years. The grace you can have grace for 23 years. But at the end of the day, there's a point where you say enough is enough.
Yeah.
And you got to say, if people are not going to change, then I need to change and move on. And there's
Mm-hmm.
nothing wrong with doing that, because sometimes you got to uh, um, not remove, but decide to say, you know what, I'm gonna move on, so God could you have room for good company to come in. Because one of the things I realized, that the level of company that I have now could not operate with me 11 months ago. Because a lot of
Gotcha.
times, that the people that you're around, or the people that you affiliate yourself with, the ones
Mm-hmm.
that really need to help you, or really want to love on you, care for you, be there for you, won't even talk to you, because they say, she's over there
Mm-hmm.
with that person, or she's over there. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to have that attachment, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when we say this is your season of good company, you have to. It first starts with ourselves. It's first you saying, "What am I worth?" Right?
Mm-hmm.
What
Mm-hmm.
am I?
Yep.
Is my attitude appropriate enough to even be in the room with people, to where when I come in the room, the people like, "Hey," or do they
Mm-hmm.
be like,
Mm-hmm.
"Hi, Twonta"? You know what I mean? So you got to
Mm-hmm.
we got to first check ourselves. We got to really check
Right.
ourselves. We got to really check ourselves on the external and the internal. For
Yeah.
me, I started going back to the gym. I started doing
Mm-hmm.
different things so that way I feel in the inside amazing and great about myself.
Right.
So that's important. That good company is amazing. It absolutely is. So that's what I have to say to that. Yeah.
Yeah, it is good. I mean, I'm telling you, it's so healthy. It's
Yeah.
very healthy because that person or persons that come into your life, they're all about building. They're
Hmm.
not about destroying.
Yeah.
They're all about, helping you reach that goal, one step at a time. They're, even when you have your insecurities or your doubts about yourself, they see something in you and they will continue to pour over you and
Right.
remind you who you are. You're valuable into this company, or you're valuable in this organization, or you're valuable to the family. You have so much to offer, to give, to pour out to others. So we're here to help you. We're here to make sure that if you are tired, we will be your strength to get you through. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm.
when you have that that's God sent.
and
you know
and you have people that are going to tell it like it is, but with love. You know what I'm saying? That's another
love.
thing. It's like us being open to accepting those positive criticisms, that where people are going to handle you with care and love, and not being malicious and mean, and to tear you down, so they could build themselves up. Because let's be
Absolutely.
honest, some of us are around some people that tearing you down is them feeling like it's building them up. You know what I mean? So we got to definitely stay away from
Yeah.
individuals like that.
Absolutely, absolutely. If you sense that or have been dealing with that, that's the point where you just have to be the scissors and just snip it off, just cut it off and say, I'm done. and move on to what God has for you. Okay, let's go to our last point for tonight, y'all. The next step that I would like for you ladies to consider is season of rich wisdom. Season of rich wisdom. What I mean by that, well, we have accumulated a lot of wisdom through the trials and errors of our lives, through the journey that we are currently on. We have accumulated some wisdom, some thought of wisdom, even for ourselves. We didn't think we were going to make it. We didn't think we were going to survive this difficult challenge that came into our personal life or to our professional life. It was really heartbreaking. It was really destructive, not just you professionally, but even in your emotions, your mental state. It affected you in all areas of your life. And it really had you to doubt yourself sometimes. No matter how strong will we are, we do have those moments of doubt. We do look at ourselves differently and wonder if I'm really qualified. Am I really strong enough to handle this? I don't know if I can make it. I don't know if I can deal with this. Da 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 da. But here it is, y'all. You look at time. Your time, it's 6 months later, it's 9 months later, it's a year and a half later, and look where you are now. And you have so much information to pour out to other women that are currently going through what you have been through. You might be still dealing with some things, but you have come so far that now you are becoming more confident, more determined than ever, because of the company you have kept, because of this new venture that is into your life right now. And now the wisdom that you have, you is so rich and so valuable that you want to be able to share to others. If especially if you have children, if you have daughters yourself, or even if you have sons, it doesn't matter. But you have something of value to share due to the experience that you endured. And some was not easy for others, some was not. But you praise God and you thank him. That's where it comes with that gratitude, that he brought you through this far and he never left you, even when you did felt alone, even when you felt by yourself, and especially when you needed to talk to someone, or you needed people to quite understand why you had to make these difficult decisions, to protect your sanity, to protect your wealth, your health, your family, but yet they just pushed you to the curb and say, yada, 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 whatever, But here you are, you survived it. That's the thing. You survived it, and you're still surviving. You're still making it, right? And you become more resilient, which is my favorite word. You become more resilient, more dominant, become more powerful. But through all of that, there's calmness in you, right? There's calmness, there's peace in you. There's you like you said, Tisha, this, you are more in a joyful state than you have ever been since the past year, right? And you're still learning and growing about yourself. We all learning and evolving about ourselves. And don't be afraid of what you take notice about yourself that you never seen before. God always, he birthed out at the perfect time of what he has already implemented in us while we were in our mother's womb. Okay. And every season is a new season of new things. He's always pouring out new things, and he wants to pour out from us. So if you notice some things about you now that you didn't notice 6 months ago when you was going through that situation, girl, you better go ahead and make that noise and let people know, hey, I'm still a work in progress, but I made it. I still dealing with A, B, and C, but D, E, F is perfect. It's fine, or whatever. But this is the season to really pour. Okay, this is the season for you to be that wise person and pour into others. How many of you have or had, I would say, like that grandmother or that auntie or that great aunt, or even your own mom, or somebody that was always full of wisdom? You came to them and asked them some questions or suggestions. You had some thoughts about life or womanhood or whatever, and mother or grandmama will always come with these these phrases or what have you. And at first you didn't quite, understand it, but they told you like, keep on living, baby. 5 years, 10 years from now, what this is going to come back to your memory. And then you're going to be like, oh, now I understand what Auntie was saying.
Right, her Wi-Fi again. Yes,
Yeah.
so
Go ahead,
yep, there you
girl.
go. You're back. You're back. Yes,
Yeah.
you were saying about, how we have, our our older relatives, and they tell
Yes.
us, like, I remember things my dad used to tell me that now I'm 42 years old. Now I'm understanding what he's saying, like, oh, it takes money to make money and all these other things. Um Rich wisdom. You know what I mean? I think a lot of times we make the biggest mistake of focusing on the negative versus the positive. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
when you're
Mm-hmm.
trying to focus on being wise, or being a woman of wisdom, and you are getting so much, you're getting so many different types of information all around you, so many different types of influence, and a lot of times we always focus on the negative, versus the positive. We always focus on the bad versus the good. And one of the
Yeah.
things about being wise is to understand that there's a lesson in everything.
Mm-hmm.
In
Mm-hmm.
everything in your season right now, there's a lesson, whether it's
It's a
good, bad, or indifferent. And we got to learn from those lessons. Because if we just said, oh, this person said this to me that upsetted me, and you can't move forward from that to say, you know what,
mm-hmm.
maybe next time I know to do this, or maybe next time I know to say that, or maybe next time I know better not to go down that path, and we just
Right.
move on, so much things, richness can open up. But if we're just staying
Yeah.
stuck on the bad, the negative, the hardship, the this, the that, then we can't move forward. We cannot move forward.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
as we step into this season of rich wisdom, we always got to keep in mind, good, bad, or indifferent is a lesson. It's a lesson. It's something that God is teaching you. I
Yeah.
have learned so much and have evolved so much as a woman, especially in the past 11 months, because of
Mm-hmm.
the bad things that has happened, because of the things that hasn't worked out, because of the things that hasn't started just yet. I'm still learning. I'm not taking those things and saying, "Oh my God, I'm gonna sit under my pillow in bed and not do anything." So that's what I have to say to that, is that knowing that when you're in the season of wisdom,
Yeah.
that's all. God is also testing you to see if you can even handle the wisdom. Because we want all these blessings, we want all this overflow, but know that that's not going to come with the easy life. That comes with a price. Because you got
It
to be
comes.
able to be, like Tawanta's favorite word, be resilient. What does resilient mean? The pushing through no matter what. No matter how you
Yep.
feel, no matter what you're thinking, no matter, just saying, you know what, I'm going to still keep the course. I'm gonna keep the process. I'm gonna push through this pain, this agony, this anxiety, this depression, whatever. Because if you have a goal, you gotta have a goal in mind. If you have a goal in
Mm-hmm.
mind, you're gonna keep moving forward with it. So yeah, that's what I
Mm-hmm.
have to say to that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we are powerful women, and we
Yes, we
have
are.
so much to offer, to give to this world, to people that we connect to every single day. And this is the time that we need to get our voices out there, whether through, social media, whether through writing a book, whether through, other kind of resources or what have you. But you are a powerful being. You have something of value to offer to this world. And
Right. Right. And you got to know that, guys. You got to take your power back. You got to take your power back. If you feel like you
yeah,
lost your power, you can get it back. You got to
yeah,
take ownership. You got to take dominion over it. You got to pray over it. You got to know your power, know you have it. Because a lot of times we as women, I know I've done this myself, we give our power so out so easily. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That puts us in situations where we're not able to support ourselves financially, or we're not able to think
Mhm.
for ourselves. We're not able to act for ourselves. So we got to take
Yeah.
that power back. We got to take that power back because it's ours. Yeah.
It is ours,
Mm,
absolutely. And once you know the value of your power, you would not
yeah.
dare allow somebody to strip that
Yeah.
away from you. Okay. So yes, so these are our 3 points for tonight, ladies. I hope that this blessed you. I hope this came right on time for you, because when we come back next week, we're gonna be in the month of September, which is my birthday
Yeah.
month.
Woo!
Yay!
Yes.
Yes. So, yeah, this is a great I think it's a great conversation, a great topic, because I know I'm not the only one, and I know Letitia's not the only one, that there are other women out there that are ready to embark on some new things, and they are just excited about making that move, because there have been so many different opportunities where they dealing with hindrance, dealing with doubt, fear, you
Mhm.
name it.
Mhm.
And listen, I think we all had that too, and we
Yep.
still struggle with it every single day. But we realized all through the years prior, like, where did it get us? Where did it get us? So now is the time to just go ahead, nervous and all, and just do what is known for you to do. Because God already supplied that idea into your heart. He already has given you the tools anyway. And He will
Mhm.
take care of the stuff, the other resources that you may not have at this
Mhm.
time. So
Mhm.
don't worry about that. Don't get stuck in
Right.
that. Just work with what you already have, and
That's
just see
right.
how that is going to blossom and bless so many countless people. Right.
Mhm.
So we are entering into our What's New segment now. Our What's New segment is the opportunity where we put the spotlight on those individuals who are doing some wonderful things in their community or across the world. So our dear sister friend Therese had posted something for us. And Therese, if you can, you could go ahead and put that out there. Is this? Oh,
Mhm.
maybe. Let me find it, because I look at the wrong one. Oh, this is a good one here. I think she's trying to find. Okay, she's getting it now.
Mhm.
Yes, this is about a wellness platform that offers Black entrepreneurs facing burnout free therapy before it breaks them.
Mm.
That is something.
Where
Wow.
can y'all hear me? Where am I?
I can
Oh,
hear
I'm
you.
down here. Oh, I'm sorry, because I'm looking at the streamer. That out. Wow. So this is Good job, Therese.
This is good, good.
Yes. This
This
is
is okay.
amazing.
It is. This is a mental burnout. It says it's a common part of entrepreneurship and building a business from the ground up. A new nonprofit aim to tackle this often overlooked crisis that many minority entrepreneurs are forced to face alone. Founding Well, a new platform that's stepping in to support minority entrepreneurs by providing free mental health services for those who too often navigate the pressure, the burnout, and anxiety of building from scratch as a solo journey. This is amazing. Oh my gosh. Founded by wellness pioneer Samaya Gore, founder of Body Complete RX. The platform is designed to address the unique emotional needs of women and minority entrepreneurs, founders, and creatives, reminding them that you don't have to break to build. Oh, I love that. You don't have to break to build. Wow. That is good. Founding Well was born from my own breaking point, Gord says. I was in the middle of sealing a multi-million-dollar brand, navigating high stakes decisions and pressure from all directions. But I was also just trying to survive life. Wow. While making history as the first Black woman to own a supplement brand. Um, wait, way to go. These ads, child. Ooh, hold on.
Yeah, them ads are annoying. Like these are good. This is great, y'all. This is amazing. And this is on the Black Enterprises blog. Teresa's going to be
Yeah,
putting the link so you guys can go ahead and check it out and also, comment, support it and all the things. So, yes.
yeah. She says, as entrepreneurs, we're still human. Behind the titles and milestones, I was going through a divorce, battling anxiety and depression, and trying to keep it all together. The world applauds our success, but rarely sees the emotional toll it takes to get there. Girl, she is preaching. Woo, woo, woo. Listen, Ooh, Founding
Oh,
Well was
she is
created.
on point with that. Has a
Yes,
lot of
yes.
emotion.
Okay. Founding Well was created to give founders what I didn't have, a space to be supported, to be seen, and to be well. It's where ambition and healing can finally coexist. This debuting in Miami during the African Black Film Festival, Founding Well was born out of a response to the surge of Black founders launching businesses at
Ooh,
historic rates, and often while shouldering generational stress, financial strain, and isolation. It stands among the first mental health nonprofits built for us by us with a dedicated focus on the founder experience. She says imposter syndrome, burnout, and isolation top the list. But beneath these are I'm sorry, but beneath those are deeper wounds, feeling unseen by investors. Um, hold on. This Lord, I can't take these apps. Uh I just had it. Oh, let me go
yeah,
back.
it's
Hold
like you
on.
click on one by mistake, it sends you to it reroutes you. And
Yeah.
I know the ads help pay for the support of the blog. But yeah, this
Oh,
is
I found it.
amazing, guys. This is amazing. Go ahead, love.
Feeling unseen by investors, unsupported by traditional wellness spaces, and held in impossible standards while carrying generational expectations. Many minority founders are not just building businesses, they're breaking cycles. That emotional load is heavy. Without culturally competent care or community, many suffer in silence until it's too late. And that's what Founding Well aims to interrupt. Let's see. Come on now, let's see. Okay, so and I think she has Instagram page too, y'all. Yeah, it's called Founding Well, Foundn WELL. That is her Instagram account. So you can click on that or check it when you get the time. So among its services, Found and Well offers free access to licensed therapists, curated support groups, and culturally competent wellness resources. The platform will also host community events and wellness programs in partnership with like-minded organizations, fostering authentic connections and expanding mental health access through culturally relevant initiatives. Core intentionally designed, found, and well to operate on a free, accessible model, recognizing the barriers many in the Black community face what seeking mental health care, with a focus on Black entrepreneurs striving to build and scale businesses amid inflation, tariffs, and an unsteady economy. She is steadfast in her belief that a platform like Found and Well is essential. She goes on to say, uh, hold on. She says right now, Founding Well is offering free therapy to entrepreneurs because we believe access to mental health support shouldn't be a privilege. For many founders, especially those who marginalize backgrounds, therapy is either financially out of reach or culturally disconnected. And we're removing both of those barriers. Our providers reflect the communities we serve, and our care is designed to speak the language of founder ambition, the pressure, the silence. And we're not just offering services, we're building a space where support feels both familiar and affirming. Um, let's see, I'm gonna skip a little bit here. She says it bridges two realities, the entrepreneurial grind and clinical healing. As a wellness entrepreneur, I understand the pace, pressures, and pitfalls of building. Our licensed therapist partners bring the clinical tools to help founders navigate those challenges with intentions and support. And together we offer something most wellness platforms miss, the lived language of entrepreneurship paired with the professional guidance to help founders move through it whole. Wow, this is amazing. Yeah.
Because
Well, these
you
ads are
know,
really getting to me. Go ahead,
yeah,
babe.
I know they really, yeah. So we I think you got the gist
Yeah.
of the article, but I want to say this, as entrepreneurs, never feel that you're not normal or something is wrong because you're feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling um not like you're moving forward. I feel like entrepreneurs need mental health resources the
Mm,
most. Because we don't got
absolutely.
sister friend in the next cubicle to go to and say, girl, I can't stand Miss Sheila, honey. She just thinks she all that, da 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 da. Because
Getting on
let's keep it
my
real.
nerve.
A lot of times our families can't relate to what we do because they more often than not they don't have a business, right?
Exactly.
So you do feel that disconnect. You do feel that you're speaking a different language. And that's why a lot of entrepreneurs, especially female entrepreneurs, have a huge online support more than an offline support. That's nothing wrong with that. That's just the norm of where we're at. And I know the world is becoming more open to starting a business and entrepreneurship and things like that. But at the end of the day, it's not there yet. So we do need this. All of you who are watching this need this, and I definitely encourage you to go click the article that Therese put in the chat, and check
Hmm.
this out and read it over and see what resources they have available for you, and also pass this on to other female entrepreneurs that you know.
Absolutely, yeah. And make sure you check her Instagram page, Found in Well, FOUNDNWELL. That is her Instagram account. You could click on that and check on it a little bit more in depth. But yeah, I am very, very happy you came across this, Therese. That is just amazing. That just lets you know anything is possible. If God pours something in your spirit, just go with it. You never know how this can really make a major, major impact for so many people. And there are so many entrepreneurs. There's more now, I think, prior to COVID, to be honest with you. And those who are entering into entrepreneurship, a lot of people don't really have the foundation of, what it carries, what to deal with. And it can be overwhelming. It really can. It could really be upsetting and all of that. So to have that, and it's free on top of that, that is amazing. That is amazing. So yes. So other than that, y'all, thank you so much for watching us tonight. We really do appreciate you so very, very much.
Yes, this is a great conversation. Thank you guys so much for joining. And those of you who are new to watching us, we're here every Wednesday, 7. Normally we come in on 7 or 8 o'clock, in between those times. But well, I have a link set up for you guys who want to join our email list. So when we go live, you get a notification. And we excited for you guys to definitely, continue to support us. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, ladies, we just want you all to have a good weekend. Take it easy, and enjoy your family, and just go ahead and just step into our new season, y'all. To step into our new season. Y'all have a good night and a good weekend, and we will
Love you
see
guys. Love your
you.
sister. Bye, guys. See y'all next time. See y'all next week.